You know, when in doubt about your ability to go ahead and possibly keep your entire science facility afloat, quite literally, because you're certainly floating over a bunch of toxic sludge, and quite financially, because you're certainly floating over a giant pile of debt, then perhaps it is a wonderful time to send wildlife hero Dino Dave out on an expedition to go ahead and bring back some of our old trusty bones. We have gone to the greasy fields a total of 122 times, and this time around we'll go ahead and put on the tar boots to prevent tar incursion and send you out to hopefully bring back some of the old trusties, like the helix fossil and everything else. And actually, if we have a pristine helix fossil, we should definitely be updating this heckin' thing. Let's see, let's have it possibly give people okay, well, to be honest, I don't know if the helix fossil is going to be the most exciting thing at 43 buzz to attract our guests. But you know what? We haven't been using some of these fantastic perks on our other things, have we? Like this pristine quality sickly pair, which we'll go ahead and add extra expertise to. And here's Aaron's pair. It is our only epic pair that we are definitely keeping on hand. We have another sickly pair that gives people more knowledge. Let's have it give them a little more entertainment too. And let's see if we can climb our way out of the debt that we here at the Eureka Laboratories apparently seem to have found ourselves in. Yeah, even though we took out a $200,000 loan. Yeah, that's a little painful to admit, but I'm hoping we're about to really get some buzz going with some brand new sea monsters. And maybe we'll even go ahead and do some exploring for other new sea monsters. And thank you very much, Wildlife Hero Dino Dave. I'm hoping, is this gonna be a potentially fruitful, it's a star fossil, huzzah! And okay, it is a pristine star fossil. It's worth 12 buzz. I'm kind of wiping away the nervous sweat right now because that's not really going to get us as far as I was hoping. But let's go ahead and you know what, I want to keep this lionhead fish though because it's a big fish and those are super rare specimens. You know, maybe we do need to dabble a little bit more in the prehistory to kind of make some money on the side so we can fund our robot empire. And actually, prehistory mysteries like time portals and fossils, of course. Why haven't we been coming over here? Well, because I forgot about it, but we aren't going to worry about that. Instead, we're going to send Wildlife Hero Dino Dave and Sea Grape Expert Honey Moss off to go ahead. Oh wow, like this is one of the very first places we actually could have come to. I totally forgot that we haven't properly been here. So you know what, maybe the time machine, that's such a perfect thing to go ahead and start adding in. And of course, space. We need to be going to space. Do we? Okay, oh boy. All right, you know what? I also think maybe we'll go ahead. The Mulchamatic 2 will sell. I wonder if we can make any money off of crafting those things, because what's the Mulchamatic cost to build? Not really. It's not really enough to make it worth like keeping our workshops occupied. And now Sea Monster Expert, Sea Monster Expert, is that both Goose Bucket? No, is that Gizmosi Chaos? They've done it, friends! They've returned with a zapper! Yes! Okay, so here's the plan. I think we're going to swap out the fish that are in this exhibit because it turns out the zappers need a little bit more room than I gave them credit for. Do they do tropical climate? Okay, are the zappers tropical? They are! I wonder if they would leave the sea stars alone. So I'm gonna put my zapper in here. That should add a lot of buzz to this location and hopefully get people interested. We're going to put in the fresh food dispenser as well, so hopefully it won't get hungry enough to eat its fellows. It does add a lot of messiness, but it's happy about the aquarium plants. Did we get 2 of them? Darn it! I was hoping we brought 2 home because I thought we used the special net. But I suppose that net, really a sea monster would break the net now that I think about it. All right, let's see. Diver Adelaide Faye, Beach Watcher Goose Bucket. The 2 of you would unfortunately not be able to come back alive, but with Sea Monster Expert Gizmosi Chaos and our Beach Watcher Goose Bucket, who is probably a little nervous but keeping an eye out for sharks, you 2 will be able to go. And is it worth it to save some money by haggling, or is it's worth it to get the experience? All right, good luck. Please bring back another zapper. We really need the money. And at least we have started by going ahead and having this epic zapper come join us. And it should bring, yeah, look at that. It's like double the buzz of a dried up fossil of a sea star. Pretty, not, okay, I'll admit it, we're not getting as ahead as I was hoping with over there, but at least it's something. And can we start another project? Maybe, you know what? Let's get the beautification project in here. We haven't done that for quite a while, and the bungle booster box causes bungle boredom. Let's move that to the inventory for a minute, and let's bring out the beautification beam. I am very nervous about this beautification beam. However, it's what we've got, and let's have it increase. We could do built-in speakers. There's also the Robo Mod Stop, and is this the Robo Charger 2? Do we have the Robo Charger? We have the Robo Charger 3 now, yes! Okay, so I think we might have to pivot towards paying attention to our robots for just a little bit in order to get people's attention, because this is a pristine Robo Charger. Let's add a built-in speaker, so hopefully people will get kind of excited about that. Oh my gosh, the beautification machine is terrifying. However, donation boost, clouded environment, jam pack, atomic waste, wise words, clouded environment, knowledge. I wonder if anything happened from that, or are you already too like excited? Clouded environment, donation boost, motivated to make bigger donations. Is that what shows up? Science beam. No, it's science beam. Received rose tinted glasses from a beautification beam. What? View 10 exhibits in a row with a decoration rating of at least 5 to get a dream stay. I want to make a dream stay for people. That would be so cool. I'm also kind of terrified by what's happening with this science beam. Received rose tinted glasses from the beautification beam. I wonder if I can make that better for people. Ooh, and our Spoony Dunes, they've come back. I'm actually kind of excited to see what might happen if we have a, oh my gosh, what is this thing? Prehistory mystery. It's got the science triangle on it. An ancient advert promoting the museum through time and space. This mysterious tablet was found on its own. We know almost nothing about it, but we're hooked. Our starfish has died. All right, we've learned the lesson on if the zapper would leave it alone or not. The answer is no. I want more of these prehistory mysteries. I really think that that might open up an entire new opportunity for us in both space and time to be able to figure out what we might be able to do. All right, you guys go out on another survey, hopefully bringing back something good. And I'm really sad about the state of, okay, they're both dead. No, my starfish. Oh my gosh, that's not what I wanted, but it's what I got, that's for sure. Oh dear. Now we can do beautification beam 2. People are getting kind of excited about the beautification beams. I think we should definitely have one of our firefighting janitors who are turning into mechanics, maybe assigned to this zone to really focus on making sure it doesn't blow up. And I think we might see if we can upgrade our robot. I wonder, perk. So we can add a perk to the actual Robo Mod Stop. We want to get it some decoration buzz too. And then I suppose we come over and our Robo Janitor Servo 1.0, let's actually give you the chrome cover to increase the environment of nearby guests and see what happens. I can't believe it's already over a year old. Like, this feels like we have welcomed the birth of a new creature after all. Okay, now I'm actually really feeling for these robots and I want to take good care of them. And I like the idea that, ooh, what a lovely tiger shark. Well, it would be great to keep this. I think it would possibly fight to the death with our... Oh, I would really love to keep that tiger shark, but we're going to release it to the wilds because it's probably going to fight to death. Oh, the RoboMod stops on fire. Is that before or after we had our robot using it? Asking for a friend. And remember how I said, oh, we should probably go ahead. Clone Honeymint, could you maybe like hurry with, oh, there you go. All right, thank you. Put this fire out. Let's assign one of our firefighters to like stick here. Oh my gosh, and our robot is just like running around freaked out too. All right, let's actually come on over, and it is time to start using the many skills we have gained in other arenas to remind us that we do need to have our, this is kind of more like our science show-off zone. So it's kind of like the science showcase. Oh, okay, yes, thank you for reminding me that we're poor. Science showcase hall, and this is where we'll try to make it really nice and just kind of let people know everything is fine. You don't need to worry, it's all gonna be good. Now our servo is going over to go ahead and get itself some advanced metals. I guess we will go ahead and sell our lionhead fish too, since I'm realizing I need to accept the fact that we probably need to get ourselves out of the deep financial hole we're in more than anything else. Our cute little sea dragon, our water dragon den. And then this is going to be the Zapper Hydraulics. Let's see, There we go. And I love the idea that our zappers are going to have lots of beautiful little babies for us and hopefully like fund some of our expeditions we're trying to go on. Now the Judgment Clouder's on fire. Right, I'm remembering how we were going to start assigning some of our firefighters, like Firefighter Indigo. How about you become exclusively assigned to sticking into this area for now? There is a staff room, so you should be able to get a little bit of rest. And we could actually change quite a bit about this area now that we know how to make our labs look a little bit better, how to really kind of tighten up the screws, so to speak, since, you know, we've also got the robots. And I want to see what else we can modify our robots with, as well as what other perks we might be able to find in the robot lab. Let's go back to the modification labs first. Cave biologist Tickle Tipson is available to dive on in and help us discover what we might find down there. I don't think it needs to be a super long expedition, but yeah, so we'll just have like a quick peek at what other boost we might be able to provide to our robots. And you know what? I actually think we don't need this staff room back here right now. Holy $42,000. I'll accept that. I'll accept the exceptional rating for Scholastic Impressions. I'll accept the cash money for having gone ahead and shown off a a statue for a while, and maybe we'll be able to like retidy the science showcase hall with all of that, especially now that I know how to make it look a lot better. Oh, the Panopic pillar is on fire again. Also, perfect excavation and a great camping spot that Mal Cream Puff, who we might go ahead and call time archaeologist, or maybe temporal archaeologist Mal Cream Puff, has found. Ooh, intriguing prehistory mystery. There's a circle on top of this that I think portal door, a useful door to the dawn of time. Are you telling me I might be able to bring cave people here to visit? That's the impression I'm getting. This is also our, is somebody going to be putting this out in time? Firefighter Vercampia? A new water dragon has just been born to celebrate this fire. That's kind of amazing. That's kind of amazing, and thank you very much for putting that fire out, Firefighter Vercampia. And somehow, as we're working with our robots, we find ourselves digging deeper and deeper. Ooh, helicopter damage might be a bit of a problem. But I think that now our staff are getting way too curious to turn back, and we need to go out and we need to discover what's at the Spoony Dunes again. And then we might have to make contact. Puns mildly intended, with the researchers that we have over at our space area too. So this is getting very exciting, friends. All right, so let's see. We can expand this building a bit, a wee bit more, to go ahead and give us a little bit more space to maybe make some modifications. We'll expand at the back, and then I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this training room and we're gonna copy it, and we're gonna actually move the training room over here. And then we're going to say that we just moved the entire training room. There we go. So that we've got more space here. And the expedition to the modification labs is now over. I think we're on to something. Making sure that we can mod. There's the cheap charge perk, excellent. And there's a baby snake. You find a stray, forlorn-looking baby snake that seems to have lost its mother. The snake's big pleading eyes well up with tears. We're gonna adopt it! Absolutely! No sooner has the baby snake been lovingly comforted, a band of snake brigands slithers from the trees, and we... They knew they were gonna get me. We got robbed by baby snakes. That's not what I expected our morning to do. But we got robbed by baby snakes because I'm a sucker for like a lonely baby snake. Of course we're going to try to rescue the poor thing. All right, and back down into the labs really quickly, because I do want to see if we can find one of the other modifications for the robots. And speaking of the labs, we're going to change the workshop layout because it doesn't need to be quite so big. And that'll give us a lot more room to show off the things that we've got in our showcase, after all. All right, let's see. Because we can put our workstation into the back corner here, like so. And then, who knows what the invalidness is, but it'll have to cope for just a minute. And fix. All right, let's try this. And then we'll change the workshop. And is that better? There we go. See, we can definitely make this work. We just have to keep it a little bit like a 4x4 space somewhere. But otherwise, we've got our work tables. I don't think we need a trash can in there. And you know what? Let's just clear out some of this space first. See what we can go ahead and reduce in size. All right, so yes. Okay, hang on. There we go. Let's move this. And then we'll kind of carve away at this space a little bit to see what we can save in terms of room for the new science showcase. It's going to kind of put everybody a little bit on the spot, I'll admit it, but at least we will be able to go and have a lot more room to show off the robot charging stations and everything else that we're going to add in. And I don't think there's anything I can buy for like tons of fancy kudosh like in our analysis station. So we're not going to worry about that. But we do have, with these Tinker tables, quite a bit more of the workshop power that can be run. So it's really fun to just like think about this being a really chaotic but exciting workshop where maybe the robots can come in and they can I wonder if we can give them little modifications to just like change their color and stuff like that, so that they could they could have their own. Oh, can you imagine if they had their own sponsorship stripes? I don't know why that tickles me so much, but it does. Just that they're like, yeah, this is how I make some extra allowance. Oh dear. All right, we're still desperately losing money. So, focusing. In fact, I wonder. You know what? We'll have only one workshop for now. And that's how desperate we are, to make sure that we're really making space and progress in helping our robots out. This is the cheap charge perk again. And now we have the perfect excavation, and they were able to dodge those storms. Good job, our time traveler crew. They found the alternate yesterday fossil. I don't even know what that means. Our own dimensions captain yesterday was one of only a handful to successfully develop time travel, unlike this chump. Oh my word. We're gonna have to make something really cool with this. I have no idea what, but we gotta make it really, really, really cool. Let's give it some buzz. I feel like we need a famous scientist ghost or something that we could put over next to them. That's so cool. And there's Mal Cream Puff again, ready to go. All right, you two. I hope you're able to find even more things from your survey. And I wonder if I should be trying to make a little bit of money on the side right now. Did we get both our zappers? Do we have 2 zaps now? Or nope, it was just the tigerfish. Okay, so. We should probably try to get the other. Try to snag, there we go, the other zapper as well. Because if we don't have it, then the zapper won't be breeding kind of in the background where we can try to make a little bit more money there. Otherwise, this is starting to shape up a little bit. I think the staff room is definitely going to get moved and tidied up, maybe even rebuilt in a certain way, because, and we'll put it over here for now. But we'll move the staff room over and I'll redo it a little bit because we've learned so much more about the care and keeping of your staff in a museum since we were last here. I really am so proud. I want to brush away a tear of joy because we really, and also maybe a tear of like, my finances will never be balanced. Oh no. But you know what? It's been a long time since I've had to think about our financial guru accounting dodo from our zoo crafting adventures, Martha. I do miss her. I don't miss disappointing her with not being able to keep the payroll going all the time. All right, let's get some fancy windows in here. As one of my first concerns for our staff almost always is that they've got enough to like take care of themselves. With the light, I guess taking it would confuse some people to be like, what do you mean taking care of yourself just with windows? Because it's important to be able to see how pretty the outside is. We have friends who like don't usually even open their windows, and I'm always boggled because there's plants out there. Oh right, and then we've also learned that these explorer trunks are amazingly good for being able to give our staff that boost they're really looking for. The area is already decorated. I wonder, our scientists would definitely love the new desk. Oh, of course. We'll try to get a couple more of the desks if we can afford them. They're very expensive in for our scientist. But otherwise, what else? I guess maybe the scientists might, I don't think they'd care if everybody could see what they're watching on TV. However, I do think that we do have a coffee station. I was going to be really sad for them if we didn't have a coffee station. And we'll get down a microwave station real quick. And yep, we can just barely afford a staff desk. I think the staff's probably okay with us working on other things for now. Phew, okay, so our expedition teams are still not back because I guess we sent them on a big expedition, but people seem to really be enjoying the alternative yesterday fossil. I think it should give people, we'll have extra, I think it should give people like an energy boost because it's pretty cool. And then it wants to be near any prehistory decoration, we definitely are going to be giving this a new layout soon, I promise. And also I should probably be analyzing some of these things, but you can only do what you can only do. I will add ferns though, always happy about that. There we go. So that'll help out the decoration over here for a little bit. But all right, the money is going up? What? Is that a mistake? How'd that happen? Is that supposed to happen? Is that in the notes? Let's also get maybe another robot janitor prepared then. Oh, no, there goes the money. I knew it wasn't supposed to be going up. And we'll hopefully have our sea monster zappers ready to breed and, you know, take care of everything else a little bit at a time. That may involve selling off some of our most expensive and valuable equipment, but maybe that'll pay off too. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.